You're not gonna believe this. He killed 16 Czechoslovakians. Guy was an interior decorator.
You ever feel like nothing good was ever gonna happen to you?
Yeah, and nothing did. So what? I'm alive, I'm surviving. I got no luck either. I was born, grew up, spent a few years in the army, a few more in the can, and here I am, a half-a wise guy. So what?
Christopher started out looking for his arc,
Where's my arc?
and it seems like he was still looking for it at the end.
We'll take it.
He's what we call an impulse buyer.
Though, was it that he hadn't found his arc? Or that he had, but it just wasn't fulfilling him? That it just didn't satisfy him?
I said to myself that oath would be my higher power. That would be my strength, that code.
Do they know that this kid likes his chemistry set a little too much?
He's in pain.
In contrast, Paulie was very clear at the beginning. I got no arc either.
I live but to serve you, my liege.
Perhaps it was Paulie's awareness of this that helped keep him alive.
3 pops. Within a tight time frame, top 3 guys.
Paulie got the area?
No, management.
He was just okay with being half a wise guy. So what?
Come on! Oh, come on! Oh, no, please! Please!
Poison ivy all over.
Yeah, right, it was Junior. Mr. Magoo.
Despite their many differences, Paulie and Christopher do have some things in common. When it comes to identity and knowing who you are, Paulie does struggle with that later on in the series when he finds out that the person who he thought was his mom was actually his aunt. Like how Christopher didn't really know his father because his father died when he was still a baby, before he had any real memories with him. That's something they share in common. In season 2, Christopher and Paulie accompany Tony to Italy, but as far as their activity there, Christopher pretty much kept to himself.
I think it was a fucking shrimp hors d'oeuvres on the plane.
Get some Imodium.
Paulie mentions in season 2, episode 9, that Christopher is having a little too much fun with his chemistry set at the hospital. I'd say the same thing applies with Italy here, though Paulie didn't know that at the moment. Paulie is particularly intrigued and anxious to learn more about Christopher's dream during his near-death experience.
Did anybody there have horns? Or buds for horns? Those goat bumps? Was it hot? Hell is hot. That's never been disputed by anybody. You didn't go to hell. You went to purgatory, my friend.
How long do you think we gotta stay there?
You add up all your mortal sins and multiply that number by 50. Then you add up all your venial sins and multiply that by 25. You add them together, and that's your sentence. I figure I'm gonna have to do about 6,000 years before I get accepted into heaven. And 6,000 years is nothing in eternity times. I can do that standing on my head. It's like a couple of days here.
In season 3, Paulie tells Christopher to meet him at Modell's in half an hour. He told him to shine his shoes. As Christopher learns, the grass isn't always greener. In fact, sometimes you just find a bunch of snow.
Got a Roy Rogers over there. You hungry?
First things first, Chrissy. You're a made guy now. It's your turn to make some real money, and I get to relax a little. And onward goes this thing of ours. When you think of all the headaches most human beings have in life, odds are all boiled down to only one.
I love you, Paulie. We're in it together now.
I love you too, kid. I'm not running a school here, kid.
This being made ain't working out the way I thought it would. A lot of responsibilities.
Kid, you wearing a wire? The FBI. Come on, dickhead. Open up.
It's 2 a.m.
I know. It's an outrage. Make yourselves comfortable, or just have a little look around. You ever go whining to the big man again, we'll have a problem, my friend. If you got a problem, you just gotta let somebody know. This man right here. You bring it to him, he'll solve it. You seen these? Who's? KGB. Open up.
Christopher and Paulie's most well-known scenes come in Pine Barrens, Season 3, Episode 11. It's one of the most famous Sopranos episodes. Christopher and Paulie think that Valerie's dead, so they go to the Pine Barrens to try to dispose of his body. But then when they arrive and open the trunk, guess who's still alive?
Let's just go.
Where we park?
4 years in the Army, kid. We just follow our own footprints. Come on. Oh!
Captain or no captain, right now we're just two assholes lost in the woods.
With Paulie in the can, there's a new acting capo of his crew. It's Chrissy.
Paulie spent the first half of Season 4 in jail, so Christopher is actually made acting capo in his place while he's absent. First thing he's gonna do is get wings in his hair, like Paulie. I guess imitation is the highest form of flattery, right? By the time Paulie gets out of jail, Christopher is even deeper into his, quote, chemistry set, which prompts an intervention.
Paul, you want to read your statement?
I don't write nothing down, so I'll keep this short and sweet. You're weak, you're out of control, and you become an embarrassment to yourself and everybody else.
Which doesn't go very well if we're talking about non-confrontational, non-judgmental. Now, what does Paulie think about marriage and family?
Want my advice? And this is nothing about Aid or anybody else. Stay single as long as you can.
Oh, come on. What are you saying?
Oh, no offense, but ask me, marriage and that thing don't jive.
As a matter of fact, we're thinking of finally getting married.
But what about their relationship when Christopher returns from rehab?
That's why dinosaurs don't exist no more.
Wasn't it a meteor?
They're all meat eaters.
Meteor. Meteor.
Take it easy.
You think this job is easy? I have kids.
Then go back inside before you get hurt.
Oh!
For the rest of Season 5, Paulie and Christopher certainly don't see eye to eye. Though the person that Christopher has the most resentment for, I'd say, would be Tony Blundetto. Because he feels like Tony Blundetto's causing him to be eased aside.
You lied to me!
Way I see it, Tony, he must have known the gun was empty. Look what he pumped into your car.
What are you trying to say, Paulie?
What about Season 6?
You ain't seen this many cops lined up since the Centennial of Dunkin' Donuts.
They're all handymen. They got side jobs so they can afford those 18-foot baseballs.
The business.
You're gonna jinx me? Toast with water?
It's club soda. What's your problem?
You got the problem, my friend.
When I was using, I was a disgrace. Now I'm sober and I'm a drip.
How's about being normal? That's so fucking hard?
Actually, yeah, Paulie. For some of us, it is.
In Season 6, Episode 17, Walk Like a Man, Christopher and Paulie get into an argument because little Paulie goes and tries to steal from Christopher's father-in-law's store.
It's my fault your father-in-law's a crybaby? They told him I'd take care of him. What's his problem?
I'm stupid now.
But they make up at the end, so all is well, right? Well, no, not so much.
Should be working here. He had a heavy foot, that kid. Always. Almost put me through a billboard one time.
So Paulie and Christopher, unfortunately, don't have a very good ending. The last time they see each other is when Paulie's breaking Christopher's balls. Over his daughter, Caitlin.
I look at her eyes, man, and she looks up back at me.
How the fuck do I put myself up for adoption?
She keeps on going and going and pushing and pushing. So Christopher leaves, then goes to JT's house, and we know what happens there. And that's the last time that we see Paulie and Christopher together.
You all right?
I know I have my differences with that kid, but maybe I didn't do right by him neither.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd love to hear from you.